my name is Helena and I'm a Stasis breath coach. In this session, we're going to take a deep dive into the 3 pillars of functional breathing. This is because not only is this the way we should be breathing when we're doing the majority of our stasis exercises, but it's actually the way we should be breathing all day, every day. So it's worthwhile taking a closer look at it to make sure we're doing it right. The 3 pillars we teach at Stasis are the mechanics, the chemistry, and the respiration rate. The mechanics include nose breathing pretty much the entire time and diaphragmatic breathing, using the diaphragm to draw the air into the lower part of the lungs where 80% of the gas exchange takes place, right down in the lower part of the lungs. And the great thing about the nose breathing, amongst many of the other things, good things that it does for you, is that breathing through your nose automatically directs the air down into the lower part of the lungs. If you breathe through your mouth, you'll notice that it's a much shallower, much more upper chest breathing, which is not what we want to be doing. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose and using our diaphragm to do so. The second pillar, the chemistry. For this video, the chemistry will actually involve the volume of the air we're breathing. We're not going to go into too much about the biochemistry side of it. It's just the volume of air that you inhale and exhale with each breath. Now, this amount is directly proportional to the activity you're doing. If you've just run a 100-meter sprint, you will be using 100% of your available lung capacity to recover. You will be taking big, full volume breaths. If you're sitting down, about to do some breathing exercises, pretty relaxed, pretty calm, you're going to be only using around a maximum of 30% of your available lung capacity. So we don't want to be seeing massive, great big breaths with the chest moving and everything all over the place. For this exercise that we're about to do, the 4-6 breath, it's actually very calm, it's very quiet, there's no movement hopefully in the upper chest, there's just a little bit of movement down here with the hand on the belly. The third pillar is the respiration rate, which is very simply the speed at which you breathe in and out. Now, clinically, anything over 18 breaths a minute is considered to be hyperventilation. Normal breathing rate is between 12 and 14. But the exercises that we have at Stasis, if you're using the app or counting at particular speeds, are aiming to get you down to a breathing rate of around 6 breaths per minute, which has been shown to stimulate an especially restorative relaxation response within the body and the brain. And this has been known for thousands of years back to yogis many millennia ago. Now, the really important thing, we've got the mechanics, we've got the volume and the speed. Now, it's actually quite a balancing act between the volume and the respiration rate, because it's very easy to mess this up slightly by if you're busy trying to take the smallest volume possible, but you end up breathing faster to counteract that, or if you start breathing so slowly that you're actually taking much bigger volume breaths than you should be. Again, you're putting that out of balance. So you need to find the Goldilocks state in the middle, the just right state, where the volume is small enough and the speed is slow enough that there is no stress being caused to the body as a result. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to have a try of this. We're going to do the very simple, very calming, relaxing, grounding 4-6 breath. which we sometimes call cadence 1 here at Stasis. And you can do this sitting down or lying down, whichever you find more comfortable. You can even recline back as long as you've got a decent amount of pillows behind you supporting you. You want to be as relaxed as possible for this exercise. It's a great way of stimulating your parasympathetic nerve, and it is the exercise that we recommend people do just after lights out when they're in bed ready to go to sleep. So it sends you into, hopefully will send you into the most restorative, reparative quality of sleep you can possibly have. So nice and comfortable. Remember to keep the shoulders dropped if you are sitting upright. Very easy to get tension in the neck and the shoulders. And hand on belly to draw your attention to the fact that that is the area that should be moving gently as the belly moves out, as the diaphragm drops on the inhale, and the belly moves back in as the diaphragm rises back up on the exhale. If you want, you can put your other hand on your upper chest with the fingers splayed. This is a great way to bring your attention to if there is any movement in the upper chest. Now, as we're going to be doing a volume of breath that's probably around a third of a lungful, we're really hoping that there isn't going to be any movement in this area. If you're lying on the floor for this exercise, you are very unlikely to feel much movement in this area at all, so I wouldn't worry about it. This is more for sitting upright practitioners. So, very simply, it's going to be an inhale for 4 and an exhale for 3, and we'll look something like this. You watch my lower hand on the inhale moves out. Moves back in on the exhale. Let's give it a try. I'm going to count out a few rounds of this so you can have a decent practice. So everybody in position, a nice inhale all together before we begin. And a nice exhale, and off we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. Now that was actually probably less than a minute. I got distracted from the counter, but I'm hoping that in that short space of time you noticed your body decompressing into the exercise and you feel a bit more calmer, maybe a bit more grounded after doing that exercise. We recommend about 10 minutes of this exercise, especially before bedtime, as I said, lights out and ready to go. 10 minutes that will hopefully help you drift off into a very nice sleep. It's a go-to exercise, this one, great for calming you down, and you can use anywhere. But that style of breathing, very calm, very relaxed through the nose, diaphragmatic breathing, where the volume is what the activity requires and the rate is nice and calm, is the way we should be breathing almost every moment of every day. I hope that was useful. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.